Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to do the modern granny stitch. As the name suggests, there are elements of the granny stitch. In fact, every other row is a granny stitch row. And then we have these, you can either call them double crochet clusters or double crochet 3 together stitches. If you are a confident beginner and you have a good understanding of the basic stitches, you will absolutely be able to give this a go. Now, as you can see from my little sample here, this stitch is reversible, and you'll often find it used in patterns such as blankets. In a couple of weeks I do have a hat pattern that uses a little bit of this stitch, so once that comes out I'll pop the link in the description for you. But for today, all I'm doing is showing you the tutorial for how to create this stitch. It's a 4-row easy to remember repeat, so once you've done a few repeats you'll have the hang of it and you'll be able to run with whatever pattern it is that you're making. Okay, so I don't know whether you can see that, I have a 6mm hook and some 5-weight yarn here. I'm using a bigger hook and a bigger yarn weight so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit easier. If I just come out a little bit, there we go. So for this stitch you need a multiple of 3 + 1 chains to start. So that's any multiple of 3 + 1. So for this sample I'm going to chain 16 to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And there is my starting chain. So the next thing we need to do is work a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So we don't count the chain that is currently on our hook. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. This one is the 4th chain. And we're going to work a double crochet in US terms. I will continue to use US terms, but if you're in the UK, a double crochet is actually a treble crochet. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that 4th chain, yarn over and pull through. So now we've got 3 loops on our hook. Then we'll yarn over, pull through 2 loops, so we're left with 2 loops on our hook, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So this initial chain 3 that starts, it counts as a double crochet, and we have this double crochet. So we've effectively got 2 double crochets here. And then what we're going to do is skip the next 2 chains. So we're not going to work into this chain or this chain, but we're going to work 3 double crochets into this next chain. So we'll yarn over, insert our hook into that chain, yarn over and pull through for 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, so we're left with 2 loops on our hook, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So that's 1 double crochet completed. We need 2 more in this same chain. So we'll work that. So we've got our 3 double crochets all in that same chain. Don't worry about the gap that it produces, it'll close automatically itself once the yarn starts to relax. So for the rest of this row, we're going to skip 2 stitches and work 3 double crochets in the next stitch all the way along until we have 3 chains remaining. So there we have it. At the end of the row I've got 3 chains remaining. So I'm going to skip the next 2 chains, and in that last chain I'm going to work 2 double crochets. So we're mirroring what we have at the start of this row. And that is what row 1 will look like for you. So for row 2, we're going to turn and we're going to chain 3. This counts as a double crochet. Then we're going to skip this last stitch, and in this one here we're going to work a double crochet. So this chain 3 that we started with acts as a double crochet for the first stitch, then we've double crocheted in the second stitch. Then what we need to do is chain 2, and here we have our 3 stitches from our 3 double crochets on the row below. We're going to double crochet these 3 stitches together. So we'll wrap our yarn around our hook, we'll insert it into that first stitch, yarn over and pull through. So we have 3 loops in our hook. We'll yarn over, pull through 2 loops, so we're left with 2 loops on our hook. Then we're going to yarn over and we're going to insert our hook into that second stitch of the 3 double crochets, yarn over and pull through. So now we have 4 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So we're left with 3 loops on our hook. And once more, yarn over, insert your hook into that third stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, so you're left with 4 loops on your hook, and then we will yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on our hook. And that is our double crochet 3 together, or double crochet cluster, completed. Then we will chain 2. These chains will count as a stitch in the next row. So next we need to double crochet the next 3 stitches together, chain 2, double crochet the next 3 stitches together, and chain 2 all the way along the row until you get to that last stitch. So we'll yarn over, insert our hook into that next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're left with 2 loops on our hook. Yarn over, insert our hook into that next stitch to be worked, yarn over and pull through. So we've got 4 loops on our hook, we'll yarn over and we'll pull through 2 loops. So we're left with 3 loops. And once more, yarn over, insert your hook into that third stitch to be worked, yarn over and pull through. So we have 5 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through 2. So we're left with 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops in our hook, which finishes that double crochet 3 together, or the double crochet cluster, whichever you prefer, and chain 2. And we're going to do that for every set of 3 double crochets from the previous row. So now we're at the end of this row. I've chained 2 and I have 2 stitches remaining. For row 2, we are going to double crochet these last 2 stitches together. So we'll yarn over, insert your hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through. So we've got 3 loops in our hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So we're left with 2 loops in our hook. Then we'll yarn over, insert our hook into the top of that chain 3 from the previous row, yarn over and pull through. So now we have 4 loops in our hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, so we're left with 3 loops, and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And that is the end of row 2. So row 3 we will turn, chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and then in each of these chain 2 spaces all the way across we are going to put 3 double crochets. So we literally just work 3 double crochets into each of these larger gaps. So there's 1, 2, 3. So you can see there those 3 have been worked into that same chain 2 space, and we're going to do that in each chain 2 space all the way across. So this is what it looks like when you've worked 3 double crochets into each of the chain 2 spaces. So this counted as a double crochet 2 together on the last stitch. So we're just going to double crochet into the top of that turning chain. So yarn over, insert your hook into the top of the turning chain, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that is row 3 completed. Row 4 is almost a mirror image of row 2. So for row 4 we're going to turn, chain 4, this counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. Then we're going to work a double crochet 3 together across each set of 3 double crochets from the previous row all the way along until we just have this last stitch remaining. So just as a reminder, for a double crochet 3 together, yarn over, insert your hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, so you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, so you're left with 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook into that next stitch to be worked. Yarn over and pull through, so you have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, so you're left with 3 loops on your hook. And then once more, yarn over, insert your hook into that third stitch to be worked. Yarn over and pull through, so you're left with 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, so you're left with 4 loops on your hook, and then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on your hook, and then you're going to chain 2. And we'll do that in each set of 3 double crochets until you get to the last set, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. So I'm now at the last set of 3 double crochets. So I'm going to work a double crochet 3 together, but this time I'm only going to chain 1 after that. So there's my double crochet 3 together, chain 1, and then I'm going to work a double crochet in the top of the chain 3 from the previous row, and that is row 4 completed. So row 5 is the last row of the repeat. We're going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and we're going to put a double crochet into this same stitch. And then we're going to skip our double crochet 3 together, and we're going to work 3 double crochets into each chain 2 space across, and we will do that all the way along until we reach our chain 1 space at the end. So now I'm at my chain 1 space at the end. So I'm going to ignore the chain 1 space and I'm going to work 2 double crochets into the 3rd chain of the chain 4 that started the previous row. And this is what it looks like at the end of row 5. Now to continue with this pattern, all you need to do is repeat rows 2, 3, 4 and 5 until your work is as big as you desire it. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial today. Do let me know what patterns you're making with the Modern Granny stitch. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.